Hey guys, what's going on? It's SpyCat, and we're on to another one of my favorite actors whom I collect, Kurt Russell. Anyway, Kurt Russell was born in March 17, 1951, and he's 65 years old. He's from Springfield, Massachusetts, and he used to be with Goldie Hawn, but I don't think they're together anymore. But anyway, guys, you know how this thing goes. I'm going to start with the earliest movie role that he was in, and we're going to end it with the latest movie that I have in my collection that he was in. Does that even make sense? Who cares? Let's just keep rolling. Alright guys, the first movie that I have, or the earliest movie role that I have in my collection that he was in, was Walt Disney's Now You See Him, Now You Don't, where he plays, I haven't watched this in so long, I can't really say what it's about, but I have it in my collection. It's obviously about an invisible guy. I can't remember if he's like the scientist who does this, or he's the guy who's invisible. I kind of forget. But, anyway, Now You See Him, Now You Don't. This movie came out in 1972. And then in 1981, a few years after that, or almost like a decade after that, he was in Escape from New York. I actually got this movie at Goodwill for only $1.99. Great deal, and it's actually a special edition case. Really cool case. It's got like all these special features and stuff like that. That was 1981. And also in 1981, he plays the adult voice of Cooper in The Fox and the Hound. And I have the gold collection one right here. Really like that cover. I used to have the other one, but I lost it. I don't know where it went. I think I lent it to someone. And you know that SpyCat has to have the original clamshell, the movie Fox and the Hound, which I do. He was also in John Carpenter's The Thing a year after that, in 1982, which is a great alien terror, alien movie, The Thing. Great science fiction movie right there. And I got the first, this is the original release that came out. I think it's got a booklet in there. Got a whole bunch of special features going on here. Pretty cool. Yeah, The Thing. Got that going on. And then in my year of birth, 1983, this is a really good movie. I really enjoyed this movie. This is the movie about these people that are working in a factory or something like that, and they get, what is it? I forgot what it's called. They get like open to, exposed to radiation, and they end up like having cancer, or I think that's how it goes. But it's a really good drama movie. Cher's in it, Meryl Streep's in it. Kurt Russell, of course, is in it because that's who I'm doing in this video. Duh. What the heck's wrong with me, guys? I got the original release of the VHS tape right here, which is really cool. I'm a big fan of Silkwood. It was a great movie. I've seen it over like 4 times. Just a great movie. Here's another version, the out-of-print Anchor Bay release one. And then I have another cover of this movie, the MGM release of this. Great movie. And if you guys want to know what it's exactly about, you guys can just press pause and read what it's about. Because, you know, I'm trying to explain it all fast and get through all these movies. Because I have so many movies of Kurt Russell. And a year after that, in 1984, he was in Swing Shift, which is out of print. Really cool cover. I really like this cover, the whole snapback version. And you know I like collecting any out-of-print DVDs and stuff like that. So this, I really like this cover with Goldie Hawn. Pretty cool. Like that one. That one's pretty cool. And then a year after that, 1985, he did The Mean Season. I don't really remember much of this movie. Looks like a murder, mystery, thriller type of movie, probably. Kurt Russell did a lot of thriller movies. Yeah, straightforward thriller. In 1986, he was in Big Trouble in Little China. This version is actually also out of print. Really cool special edition going on here. I think this is like the first release of this movie on DVD. Pretty cool. It has a whole bunch of special features, even a music video. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Big Trouble in Little China, 1986. And also in 1986, he did The Best of Times with Robin Williams. Not a lot of people know about this movie, but it's a pretty funny movie, comedy movie from 1986. Gold Reel Collection one. This one actually might be out of print because it's Trimark. Pretty cool, though. And a year after that, in 1987, he was in Overboard with Goldie Hawn, another movie with Goldie Hawn. This is actually one of my favorite Kurt Russell movies, even though most of his movies are really good movies. This was really a good one to me when I was a kid. I always watched Overboard. Great movie. How he plays a character of a dad of like a whole bunch of kids, and he just doesn't have a lot of money, so he kind of tricks his way into acting like this rich guy to get with like millionaire Goldie Hawn. Great romantic comedy there. That's what the back looks like. And then a year after that, in 1988, he was in Tequila Sunrise with Michelle Pfeiffer and Mel Gibson. I will be doing both of them pretty soon when I have the time. This takes a lot of work doing these videos, man, because you got to go look in your collection of thousands of movies, get the movies that you're forgetting, go through the whole filmology on Wikipedia or IMDb, whatever. But Tequila Sunrise was 1988. This was an alright movie. Then in 1989, he did Tango and Cash with Sylvester Stallone. Kind of an action movie. Not one of the best movies, but still a good movie. 1989. And it looks like Kurt Russell's a tranny in this movie. That's okay, I didn't know he was a tranny in this movie. And 1 year after that, in 1991, he was in another outstandingly great movie. One of my favorite movies also from Kurt Russell is Backdraft. Great movie. I actually, being a collector that I am and a fan of this movie, I actually have the VHS copy, never been opened. This is the original copy right here. Really cool to have that in my collection. And of course, for better picture purposes only, I got Backdraft on DVD. Love that cover, man. I remember this cover when the movie came out, and it's just a awesome cover. 1992, a year after that, he did Unlawful Entry, which, if I believe so, I think it's out of print, Unlawful Entry. But this is like a thriller cop movie type of little bit of action in there. Then he did Tombstone, a year after that, in 1993, one of the year's 10 best. One of the top 10. You can't go wrong with that. Val Kilmer will also be doing his filmology, or the movies that I have in my collection of him. And the best movie of all time, definitely hands down, definitely in my top 5 greatest movies of all time, Forrest Gump. And he's also in this movie. And also in 1994, he was in a sci-fi movie called Stargate, if you guys remember that one. Artisan one, so this version might be out of print. But this was an okay movie. Not the best of sci-fi movies, but still a good movie. He also was in Breakdown in 1997, which is like one of my favorite movies. I really enjoyed this movie. This is a great movie where he's just on a road trip with his wife, and his wife ends up disappearing. These people kidnap her, and he's basically trying to find the people who kidnapped his wife. Really super thriller, super action thriller movie. I really enjoyed this movie. This is a great movie. Definitely in my top 2 or 3 of my favorite Kurt Russell movies. This movie is so freaking good. I used to love watching this movie. Great movie right there. And let me just, before I do this, I forgot to say that I also have the regular version of Escape from New York, which this is kind of a different cover than that special edition one. But still a great movie. Still a great cover, I mean. He was in Soldier. This movie came out in the year 2000. I think, yeah. Was it? Yeah. No, this movie came out in 1998. My bad. So this movie came out a year after Breakdown in 1998. Pretty good action sci-fi movie. I got the old school snapback version. I also have the VHS copy of this tape too. And a couple movies that I know that I'm missing, that I forgot, I couldn't find it, or maybe I traded it or sold it, was Captain Ron. I could have sworn I had that movie. And I have that movie somewhere. I just don't remember where it is. And I think I have Death Proof too. And yeah. I think that's the only ones I'm missing. So anyway, guys, Executive Decision. This is another great action movie with Kurt Russell. I am being slow right now. Alright, I kind of got mixed up there, but we're going to keep rolling. So this movie came out in 1996. Let me just do this because my OCD-ness is going to mess with me if I don't do this right. So this movie came out in 1996. This movie came out in 1997. This movie came out in 1998. So Executive Decision is a great movie about a people that I think try to take over the plane when he's in the plane. They take like a plane trip and these terrorists try to take over the plane. Really great action movie right here. He also did 3,000 Miles to Graceland, which came out a couple years after that in 2001. Great movie. Great bank heist movie. This movie's great. Got Kevin Costner, just outstanding cast. And the newest movie, the latest movie that I have that has Kurt Russell in it is Poseidon. They did a really good job on this movie. I was really impressed for being a movie that they already did in the 70s. But Poseidon, great movie. If you like Titanic, you'll definitely like Poseidon. Same thing. Big ship, a bunch of people are in a ship, and then the ship ends up going down. But that was my Kurt Russell collection, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. On to the next actor, which will be... Who should it be? I'm going to do Dennis Quaid next. So, see you guys next time.